It is time for another Valentine's Day must read. And this one is a romance, but it also has time travel. It's a thriller. It's a mystery. Oh, this one's a little bit more darker than the other ones I talked about. The other ones were plain old love stories and stuff like that, but this one is not. This one is actually pretty dark. It starts off dark. It's called You Are a Four-Leaf Clover. Now, this one recently came out some weeks ago, so it's a very fresh, hot out the oven manga that started. That has about, 25 chapters that are raw, but only 18 have been translated so far. And I have to say, this one keeps people coming back for how it is. It's that time, that Steinsgate thing, that Modoka Magica, where the consequences of time travel constantly over and over again, mainly to save one person over and over again because something's happening. So this is the premise of the story. It starts off two childhood friends. One named Uichi, another one is Yutsuha. They grew up together and she had a crush on him. She had a crush and he had a crush on her. And he likes to see her happy when he would help out animals. So he promised when he grows up, he's going to study to become a vet and help out animals. And she promised that she would marry him when they grow up. So a typical childhood friend promise, pinky promise trap. You've always seen these Japanese shows. Now, when she comes back, she finds out that he has committed suicide and stuff. And only to find out that this boy's life ever since then, at a certain point, became extremely miserable. He got constantly bullied, everyone was laughing at him, others were just being bystanders. Even at home, people were constantly being mean to him. Even his father, who would barely come home, then it would be his sister locking herself in her room, and the mom making him feel extremely guilty about things that she's just vexing on him for. Nothing to do with him, but everyone blames him for everything. To the point he couldn't take the pressure no more, and he did the you know what. Now, she has the ability where she can go back in time and she's going to help fix this any way she can. By one, giving this boy extremely amounts of love and encouragement. I'm like, this girl's around this guy all the time. She's happy with him. She's always hugging him, making him lunch, help him clean up his room, get his act together, make sure he's going to school on time, while even trying to do things indirectly with the family as well. And the hard part is comes to the school. She's at the school and her thing she's trying to solve is what caused his bullying, what caused his the total downward spiral into despair. Where did it all start? So she acts as bait. She goes around, she flirts with him, she talks with him, she tries to make sure certain things that were supposed to happen to him doesn't happen to him. So she's constantly on the lookout, and she wants to bring back the guy she fell in love with, bringing him out of this pool of despair. Now, however, this has a backlash effect, is where she's doing everything she can to help him, but at the same time, she herself is going through a very stressful and mental damaging process, where she's trying to keep herself sane, but some things are just hard to overcome for challenging fate. Now, this thing so far can be a nice little sugarcoat of sparkly sugar goodness because of the flirting and the happiness that she provides him. And then, as well as the things that fate will throw at her, making sure that she does not get what she desires, and as making sure the one she loves have a happy life. And so far, this has been reading like hotcakes. People love the series. I love the series. It's very entertaining. It's interesting seeing the twists and turns that happens throughout the classroom and also the home that they come from. Seeing everything just happen like a long case of dominoes, and she's trying to find a piece that started it all, that started the despair and everything. And she finds pieces here and there, but there's always more to a story than meets the eye, right? It's not going to be that easy. So that's why I love this series so much. It's very, very intriguing and makes a lot of people think what's happening next, who's behind what, and why him. Why him? And some of the reasons why is very messed up. Some is pure selfishness, some is pure jealousy. and all that stuff. Because the thing is that Luigi himself wasn't always bullied. In fact, during middle school and even some high school, he was actually living a normal life. He was extremely smart. He was very popular. But just out of nowhere, his life came crashing down. And so what happened? What caused him? And this is the effects of bullying that happens a lot in school, where you expect the teachers to stick up, but they don't. They'll even have commercials and ads in our world showing us what to do with bullies, but unfortunately, it doesn't happen. Some people are afraid to be a target, or they see it as an outlet. Like, hey, this guy seems being miserable. He's more miserable than I am. So let's all come together and make fun of him. So that's how it usually happens. Sometimes teachers are involved. Teachers don't want to get involved with it. They just rather sit by and let it happen. But when the victim stands up for themselves, and all of a sudden everything's gone wrong. And unfortunately, that happens a lot now these days, where the teachers will allow kids to get bullied, but then when the person that's getting bullied starts standing up for themselves, then they start to take action because they realize something bad's about to happen. And it should never get to that point. It should never have to get to that point. You should do something immediately about that. And if it does get to that point, I think the teacher should be completely severely punished, in my opinion, for that. All you gotta do is take them to the principal's office and tell them the situation. And should be no skin off your teeth. It's not that typical thing you see where my daddy owns the school, or my daddy helped fund the school, that kind of crap they're always doing in those stories. No, most of these kids are nobodies, and you can simply ruin their career. And some I once seen try to make an excuse. What if we ruin his life? I've seen that happen when I was at school, where a principal, well, we ruin his life, we punish him, we send him here. Will it be really okay? She was asking the victim, should they really send the bully away? And I'm like, yes. This friend of mine talked to me about this, and I said, yes, because this dude ain't going to learn his lesson. He needs to learn his lesson. But if he doesn't learn his lesson, well, that's up to him. He was trying to ruin your life, make you feel miserable. And being a bigger person here is probably having this guy being punished for his actions. And it happens. Don't let them people manipulate you like that. Try to use moral hostility to make sure you get eased in into doing what they want to do without having to go through some conflict stuff because they're so lazy about it. I'm sorry, when reading this manga, it kind of hit me personally because I've seen this stuff happen before. And it's really messed up. It don't just have to be at school. It can even be within the family as well, where a relative or a personal relative is just treating you like crap, and everyone sits there and watch and say, hey, things will get better, and they don't. But when that person will stand up for themselves, they all of a sudden, all the family's like, why'd you do that? You shouldn't be doing that. It's like, no, screw you. So you're saying it's okay for that person to be miserable just because you don't have to do much but say words like saying it'll get better and stuff. But when you actually have to take action, you see that as a taxing event. So therefore, you don't want to do nothing about it until it's too late. Congratulations, asshole. But yeah, it's things I've seen throughout my life that disgusted me. And when it comes to bullying and stuff, people say it's necessary, but I say it's not. There's an after effect of causing some people having this mindset. But to be honest with you, it's better for not bullying to happen because most of the times when someone's getting bullied, it leads into a very damaging mental state that ruins a person. And if you're okay with saying you're okay with ruining someone's mental state just because you think it's necessary, then you gotta go. No one should be listening to you whatsoever. So yeah, this is a romance, I promise. This is a romance. But it really sticks in with the time travel and the severe case of bullying and how it affects everyone at the end of the day. So yeah, you are a four-leaf clover. Definitely a must-read. Pick it up. It's a good read. So far, I believe there are 18 chapters out right now for it that are translated. So give it a whirl. You won't regret it. That being said, I'll end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, of course, hit that bell icon. This is the Madcrownxox. I'm Anime. Signing out.